Hi, Valencia.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
So wonderful. Excited to talk about some AI today.
Yes, definitely. And I
Yeah.
see that, well, I'm the only one here, but it's okay. More info for me.
Yes. Yes. Take it all in.
Yes,
Make some good use of this time.
yes. Sorry you hear like things in the background. So it's like, once you start your presentation, I can definitely be myself.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. This will be more of a um, training
Hmm.
tailored to you than a presentation.
Excellent. That's my favorite kind.
Yeah. Very custom. Yeah. So where you reaching out from?
I'm currently in Mesa, Arizona.
Oh, Mesa. Okay. Haven't been there yet. I'm in San Diego, California.
Ah, same. I haven't been to California yet. That is my next visit. I have friends that live in California and they've been trying to get me to come visit for like 20,000 years because I stay going to Vegas all the time. So I was like, okay, well maybe I need to make my next visit to California. So yeah, that's the next step.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, it's nice. I've been in Scottsdale, Arizona. I don't know much about Arizona, but I liked it there.
Yeah.
But
You
here
said
is a
you've been
bit,
to Scottsdale or you
yeah,
live?
oh, not Scottsdale actually, forgive me. It was no, next to Phoenix. What is the university city close to Phoenix?
You're talking about U of A, like University of Arizona, I believe. I'm
Yeah.
honestly I couldn't really tell you only because I'm not from here, so
Yeah,
and
oh,
I'm
okay,
not a
got it.
student, but if I'm correct, I think it's U of A.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So I remember being there for I think 2 days. It was great.
Hmm.
It was and from real estate investors, I heard that Arizona is a great place to invest in
Oh yeah,
because
for sure, for sure. I'm trying to do that some type of way myself because it's very like the thing is people don't really realize because it's a full it's all year round it's like basically sun, so
mm,
you have that and then you're so close to Vegas and as you know California, so that's like another benefit. So yeah, it's like real estate is very like it's expensive, but I think like if you can get with the right people that can help you to get a piece of something, it's very beneficial.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
And if I had like I said, if I had an option or an angel investor or some type, yes, I would have a piece of property.
Nice. Well, I hope you find that angel
Me,
investor
look,
and
me too. That is like
something that
next.
it's not related to can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Am I
Okay.
sounding like low?
Let me change the speaker. I think I lost
Uh-oh.
your voice here
Can you hear me?
because I changed something.
Okay.
Huh,
Here, I'll
interesting.
type if you can still hear me.
Okay, can you
Um,
can you say something? All
I
right, I
can
need to
hear
go back to
you.
I cannot hear you. Let me go back to the original. Can you say something again?
Yes, can you hear
Hmm.
me now?
I can't hear you. Okay, one more time. Okay, how about now? Can you say something again? So sorry, I can't hear you.
Log
Okay,
out.
now I can. Yes, now I hear you.
Oh, you can hear me now? Okay, I was gonna say maybe I can log out because
Y-
that happened to me before.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I hear you
Okay,
fine.
great.
Cool. Yeah. So hopefully you can find a angel investor there to help you out
Yes,
and
me too.
get some
That would
properties there.
definitely be of an assistance. But yeah, like I've heard a lot as well, especially with property. I mean, it's just and I love living here personally. It's just I'm focused on actually moving to Vegas, so that's my next step. So yeah, but I
Nice,
have I
nice.
have a parent that lives and it lives up here, so yeah,
Oh,
it's a lot.
wonderful. Yeah. You got, yes, you have your parent there. It's good that you're close.
Mhm.
And hopefully the what you learned today here you can use for that venture.
Right. Hey, it
AI
looks like
can be,
somebody else joined. See, and I thought I was going to get all the info to myself.
yeah, you're gonna have to share now.
Right. But it's okay. I share.
Yeah. Hi Andrew, how's it going?
Yeah, good, thanks. Sorry I couldn't make yesterday. We changed internet provider and had a bit of a nightmare getting back online. So I literally got online 5 minutes before you ended yesterday. So apologies for not making yesterday.
Oh, it's all good, Andrew. You know, it's all good. I believe things happen for a reason. And I'm glad that, man, what was it like to not have internet? Because nowadays it seems like people are so, at least me, I feel like I run so much through the internet. How was that not having internet?
It wasn't ideal. My eldest stepson works for a global insurance company, so he needed the internet. My other half's a nutritionist, and I run multiple businesses on the internet. So luckily, it was just a glitch for about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
But our speeds were something like 7 or 8 megabytes, and they're now 100. So because we've now converted over to fiber, and it's just brilliant. It's lightning fast, our internet now. So it's worth
Wow.
2 hours of pain to go through it.
Yeah, that's an upgrade. That's an
Yeah.
amazing from 7 to 100. Cool. Congrats. Fiber. Yeah, I think here in I'm in San Diego, and the building here does not have fiber yet, and it'll be coming soon. So I'm excited for that. And where are you reaching out from, Andrew?
I'm from the UK, so I'm literally about 5 minutes from Gatwick Airport, just outside of London.
Oh, cool. Love to visit someday. The people I met from London over the years, they've been the funnest, like the most fun people. Maybe because I met them in music festivals, but it was like all the people from London, really cool, fun people. Love to visit sometime.
Yeah, that'd be
So,
great.
so we have London, we have San Diego, and we have Mesa, Arizona here. Cool. So let's go into say intentions. What's your intention for today? What do you want to get out of today based on what you read on the description of this training that you could increase income through AI? So Andrew, let's start with you. What's your intention? What by the end
I've
of this
been
hour here, what do you want to
I've
be equipped with?
I just thought I'd turn up and see kind of what you were sharing and see where it went really.
Okay.
I've been an entrepreneur for over 30 years. I've been using AI for over 12 months in loads of our businesses. My eldest stepson used to work for a blockchain company,
Oh
kind of
wow.
over COVID. So we're quite lucky to be fairly advanced tech wise in our household, between all of us, what we share. So yeah, I'm involved in. I heard you talking about property investing, so I'm involved in property investing in the UK. I'm also involved in real estate abroad as well, through
Mm,
some of my business partners. So yeah, I love all that stuff. I love anything entrepreneurial, and yeah, AI is an extremely interesting space right now, especially as it's been already tested that people with dyslexia are actually quite good at interacting with AI and getting the best results from it as well. And I got diagnosed with dyslexia when I was 13, so a long time ago.
oh
um,
wow.
so yeah, I just lent into it, and I think it's brilliant. I think it's rife for people abusing it as well, unfortunately, because there will be. I've seen 3 people advertising on social media, and I know that it's AI generated, but they're trying to pass it off that it's them that is doing the advertising or the videos. I think using AI is great as long as you're transparent that you're using it.
Mm,
So, and I would imagine that's probably some of the narrative that's going on in the States with all the walkouts of the script writers and people in the film industry as well.
mm. Yeah, with the
So,
strike.
but interesting times, and it's here to stay. So, you either buck against it and you get left behind, or you lean into it and embrace it. So
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for sharing. You got a broad experience, so this would be a great conversation we're going to have today, and hopefully you get to experience a slightly different way to approach it, because I'm going to be going over values and life values as we use AI. So hopefully that resonates, and I think it will, because you talked about transparency, and that's a big value right there. Cool. Let's go to Valencia. What is your intention, Valencia? What do you want to get out of today?
Honestly, it's just to really learn more, because I try to like learn from different people in regards to AI. So it's just honestly learning as much as I can, just to really help me with it. Because I don't struggle with using, for example, ChatGPT and things like that. But it's like the more help and the more things I can learn, the better for me.
Okay. So you do use ChatGPT already.
Yes.
And how do you use it?
Just honestly, it's like a couple of things. I use it like for to write for posts. I use it for just product descriptions. What else? I use it for book titles. Just many different things. It just depends on what I'm doing.
Are
At
you
that
writing
moment.
many books or just one?
I haven't wrote particularly anything yet. I'm just trying to get ideas because I don't want to like, of course, do the typical like use it and then just like how some people are doing it where they're just copying it. I want to like really read it and say, okay, maybe I need to use a reference or something from that and try to make it into my own and add a whole lot more to it. So not yet, but I'm getting there.
Okay. All right, cool. So I wonder if it's going to be, what's more relevant here for the both of you here. I did advertise this training as increase income. And if increasing income is not the top priority, I want to know from both of you. What
Yeah, that's the top priority.
it is? Okay, good. How about you, Andrew?
Yeah, for me, what I'm looking to achieve from it is increasing income. And I think where I'm at with the research that I'm doing at the moment is utilizing that AI to generate more leads.
Okay.
Because what I do and I basically teach people how to network,
Oh, wow.
effectively, because I've been networking for over 30 years. My parents are entrepreneurs, the rest of my family are. So for me, it's like tying my shoelaces. I just kind of go out and do it. A lot of
Wow.
it's automatic.
Yeah.
But I meet a lot of people in the spaces that I operate in, who have to go to networking events, even if they don't want to. But I help teach them how to actually embrace that, get rid of their fear, get past it. And I do it on a 4-week program, of which I also use ChatGPT to help me structure it as well. But again, I think Valencia, mentioned she uses it as a guide, and that's for me what I did with this course is go, right, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to share. Give me some structure. It gave me some structure, which I used as a framework to then tailor it to me specifically with my skill sets. So yeah, it's for me, it's the lead generation now, because once people see what I'm doing, I would say 1 in every 4 people are just signing up.
Oh, wow.
So far, but I've literally had it running for the last 2 weeks.
Okay, 1 in 4 is great.
So yeah.
Okay, and it's a 4-week program. All right, so let's do some. So if one, do you like 1 in 4? Is that a good closing ratio
Hey,
for
look,
you?
1 in 1 would be ideal, right?
Oh, well, I don't know. I want to hear your
Yeah,
expectation.
I mean, look, it's good, but that's involving me having to do a lot of work. It's me posting on social media every day. It's me either sharing content or sharing the direct links, having to hit people's pain points, all of the usual marketing stuff. And if there's a way that I can set something up that's a bit more automated, but then that's not creating a stranglehold on my social media, because I also have quite a lot of knowledge on how social media works as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just marrying it all up, really.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So automation, I think, is
Yeah.
it's you duplicating or cloning yourself through AI. Okay. This is exciting. So you have something that you tested, it works, people are happy, it goes for 4 weeks. Awesome. Okay, so on that, and Valencia, are you selling anything right now, or what to increase income? What needs to happen, say today or tomorrow, so you could increase income? Do you have a vehicle that you can use to increase income?
Yes, I do have digital products, but I need to like redo them in all honesty. Um, so currently I have something, but it's just not doing anything.
Okay. And if you do you have traffic to this digital products?
Traffic more so coming from my social media platforms
Mm-hmm.
or from my ads. Um, Honestly, it's not really bringing anything either to like the traffic is not going to, for example, the link to get like the ebooks and things like that. Like I have traffic
Yeah.
coming like from my Instagram page and my Facebook pages, but it's not taking the next step where they're like clicking the link and then, going through the whole customer journey. That's where I
Okay.
have like the trouble in.
All right. So they seeing the link, but they're not clicking on it, or they're not
Right.
okay. So there's traffic button, no call to action, CTA. Okay. Okay. This and what do you sell?
It's a mental health ebook, planner, and journal. I'm sorry, ebook. No, I'm sorry, planner, journal, and notebook with a free ebook.
I love it. The world needs that right now.
Yeah.
Good. All right, I'm excited to to mastermind with both of you here today. So for you then, it's you're getting traffic, but people are not, it's not converting.
Right.
And for Andrew, it's the leads and then automating the process, the closing process.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So let's start with you, Andrew. Since you're ahead of the curve here, I think, as far as with the using AI and ChatGPT and your business in general. That way, Valencia can get some ideas too from our conversation. So you closing. How have you been generating leads so far?
So one is by posting on social media, mainly Facebook, because Facebook are my lower ticket clients, but I'm also involved in alternative investments to property investing. So stuff like the foreign exchange market, investing in wines, investing in yacht brokering, all kinds of crazy stuff. But I'm in the process of shifting that just to LinkedIn, because those kind of investments are very, very high ticket. I also deal with startup companies and funding for startup companies. So they're two wildly different kind of demographics. So,
Yeah.
and a lot of my following on Facebook are more the entrepreneurial or people that are in corporate wanting to come over to entrepreneurial. So that's one avenue of it. It's all organic. So I haven't used any Facebook ads, more because I also run a closed Facebook group for entrepreneurs that's global. And I like testing stuff where they can actually get some traction for free. So that once they get some traction, they get some clients in, they start to earn a bit of money, and then they can start looking at scaling their business up rather than having to pay out first and make money second, because it's a very old and tired and worn out model. So that's one avenue. The other avenue is through Facebook, but the other way round. So when I get a friend's request, I have I'm an iPhone user. Sorry if you guys are Android, but there's basically an app on Apple called Crisp, and it's basically like a secondary keyboard, and you can pre-write messages on there.
Yeah.
And what happens is if you pre-write messages, so for me, I get a friend's request and I have a look through them, see we've got a load of mutual friends, see that they're doing something similar, or maybe they look like they're going to need my help. So I go, yep, accept, and then straight away I send them a message and it says, thanks for connecting so-and-so, whatever their name is. I have to type that in. And then after that, the rest of the message says, thanks very much for sending a connection request. Do you mind if I ask you how you came across my profile? And it just starts up the conversation. So they say, oh, well, it came as a recommendation on Facebook, or I was trawling through and saw some of your posts, or X, Y, Z. So I can see how people are coming to me. And a lot of the time, especially at the moment, people are saying, oh, I see you teach about networking. I was wondering if you can help me. And then I'm responding back to them. And I basically say to them, look, I've got a free 10-minute automated webinar it's just up on Vimeo. So I send them a link. Again, that's already pre-written, so I can just fire that across quickly. So from there, they basically watch it, and they either sign up there and then, and I basically enroll every week. I'm enrolling new people. So I just set it in groups of 8 to 10. So there's that avenue, also through word of mouth through my own networks, because I speak at various different events. And from those events, obviously, people see me speaking, and I teach about networking and networking etiquette. So they know me to be the networking guy. So again, I get people from that. They start and say, oh, I could really do with a hand with stuff. So I connect with them there and then at the event. And I say, oh, look, I can now, after last week, I can say, oh, look, I've got this 10-minute webinar you can watch on the way home on the train. And if that resonates, then just jump on board and get involved. And I do it for £100 at the moment for the next 100 people. So it's about, I don't know, I guess $130, something like that. So that's kind of where my traffic's coming from to kind of effectively go through the funnel.
This is great. I love the system that you got going. Seems very authentic and friendly and connection based, human based. And I'm just wondering here if you have thought about what happens after the 4th week.
So in the 4th week, we basically review where the student started from 4 weeks before and where they are today. So you basically, it teaches them about reflection as well, because a lot of people don't reflect on their achievements. So there's multiple different touch points. It's not just about networking that I teach. So at that point, they've gone through what I've got as it's called a 3C system. But the 3 C's is actually 6 C's. So it's at that point I can say to them, look, you've got this success so far. If you want to do another 4 weeks, there's another 3 C's to really level up your networking again straight away. And if you want that, you can roll straight on. I would be quite surprised if I get many people not doing that.
So
To give you an idea,
for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, so that'll roll into the next 4 weeks, and then from there, they've got the opportunity to be coached or mentored by me directly. But that's a separate conversation, because that's a different ticket price. So
okay, and then so that different ticket price, 4 weeks. What happens after the 4th week on that second term?
That's where they then have the opportunity to run off into the sunset. or they get to work with me some more directly.
Okay.
To be fair, in the next 8 weeks, I'll probably build something out which is, like a coaching program or something else to do, the next phase.
Yeah.
Where it's a bit more of it's a higher ticket price, but again, it's more directly working with me.
Yeah.
So that's
Good.
to be confirmed, that section.
Yes, and I suggest you do that highly. Yeah, absolutely. And so this is the work, even though we are talking about things that we're not mentioning AI, how the way I've been using AI is spending more time on values, life purpose, life of the client, communication with the client, business design, life design, so that when we are communicating with the assistant AI, we are connected. It's coming from a human being who's connected to the future, to the present, and to the nurturing aspect of the business client and business owner relationship. And the way I experience you is a great coach, even though you haven't coached me yet. But just how you talk about your business seems like, man, you're really like good person teaching people how to be better humans, and so that they can network better and not waste time. So I
Yeah.
think it would help. You would increase your income if you adopt the Spotify, Netflix, Amazon Prime model, which is continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for instance, I have two programs that are continuities. This is one of them. This is the newest one, which combines business coaching, life coaching, and AI. And I have another one that's used to be called 52 Weeks of Love, Freedom, and Growth, which is mainly trauma release and life coaching. And now it's called Time, Money, and Communication Training. And those are weekly, a few times a week. Most clients come once a week, but it's available for and it's ready to scale too. I can train someone to take my place. Then going from a business operator right now, I'm being a business operator. I'm operating the business right now, and I can train someone to do what I'm doing right now, so I can be a business owner and work on the business, not in the business. And I love having conversations like the one having right now. So I believe that if we do big picture, small picture, big picture, small picture, what business do you want to have? How many hours do you want to work? How passionate are you? How honest are you about following your strengths and letting go of all the weaknesses, so you're not learning things, you are actually honing your craft, your art, the thing that only Andrew can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think you a lot of people benefit from having access to you on a weekly basis for life, even because the way I help my clients is I'm anticipating as best as I can what their next problems will be after they get a solution. So they got a solution. Now, let's say I'm thinking of one right now. An attorney is selling the business, and his son wants to have a better relationship with him, which is great. Usually it's the other way around. Not that he's a great father, but he's been asking for help on that, how to have a better relationship with his teenage son. So I'm helping him sell the business, helping him have a better relationship. So once he sells the business, he'll have money. He will probably won't be still. He will need something to do. Once he has the better relationship, working out with his son, which is what his son wants, to have a more father-son time together. What will be the next problem? So anticipating what will happen, what may happen as for your clients. So thinking about them sometimes almost on a daily basis, in a way to create a lifelong business relationship. So instead of going for new clients so much, you can nurture the ones you already have for life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we haven't even talked about ChatGPT yet. Let me check in with Valencia real quick here. Valencia, what are you hearing? What's coming up for you? Do you have any, are you picking up anything?
I am picking up some things because if I was understanding I had some distractions, but if I was understanding, I heard he was having, it was an email sequence, correct?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so then no, I kind of missed like a little bit, but I am like, I'm listening because I'm still like, I'm trying to do a couple of things at the same time. So I apologize, but I do have a quick question, Fernando. Is this
Sure.
going to be recorded?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So I will be going back on recording, but no, I'm kind of getting I'm listening and just getting like a feel of how I want to do things because I know I haven't like honestly done like what what Andrew has done, so I think it's great. And I'm just honest, like I'm just learning. Like I get like the concept of having certain things, you know, to get people to like um to pay attention to what you're doing. So I'm just honestly, I'm just listening.
Okay, cool.
Learning.
Well, let it go to this is high level conversation, Valencia.
Right.
So let it go to the subconscious.
Okay.
And then yeah, it'll all make sense.
Okay.
And as yeah, it'll all make sense maybe when you do the replay, because
Okay.
we're talking mainly about getting in touch, being clear about life values, and
Gotcha.
then
Okay.
applying life values to the business and the relationship with the client.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it makes more
Awesome.
sense now.
All right. All right, Andrew, what's coming up for you?
Sorry, say that again.
What is, are you having any ideas, insights, ahas, things that you can do?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I can do is as I'm having more of these conversations, they're again they seem to flow in a very, very similar way. So it's having those stock messages ready. I had another guy that I'm on a mentorship with last week. He wanted to find out some information. We were discussing about an event that's happening in September in London, and it's based around the startup companies, and he's quite interested in that space, and he's got some other people within his network that would be interested. So he just reached out and sent me a message on WhatsApp, and my phone is just with me the whole time. So it pinged up, I saw it was him, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, he's interested in that. He'd messaged me on LinkedIn, and my LinkedIn I check probably 3 or 4 times a day, but I'm not on it that much. But if a WhatsApp message comes up, I'm straight on it. So I responded to his WhatsApp, and then he came back with another one, just another question. So I was like, yeah, fine, fired that back to him. And again, he wanted some details of the event, which I'd got pre-written. Here's the event that we were talking about, blah, blah, blah. So I could fire that off really fast. And he then sent me a message on LinkedIn because he knew on LinkedIn that he was talking to me, whereas my WhatsApp is a business account. So he didn't necessarily know he was talking to me. And his message on LinkedIn came back and said, whoever's doing your WhatsApp, I am seriously impressed by their responses. And so I said to him, I said, well, thanks for the feedback. I really appreciate it. And just for clarity, it's me. Anyone that contacts me on social media, they're talking to me. Anyone talks to me on WhatsApp, they're talking to me. Anyone talks to me on the phone, email, it's me.
Yeah.
So, and actually, I think this is where, where ChatGPT, some people are running riot with it and they think it's helping them, but it's actually going to be pushing people away from them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where understanding how to use it effectively,
Yeah.
and how not to, I could, so I've got access to other stuff where I could get help building, like I could have a bot that answers all my WhatsApp messages for me. And that wouldn't be that tricky. But the thing is, that's a bot talking to potential clients, not me. And
Yeah.
people want to talk to me. They want to connect to me directly.
Yeah.
So for me, ChatGPT is great, and it's I've been using it as a tool, but not as a replacement, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think what I'll be doing is I'll be taking some of the conversations that I've had, put them on ChatGPT and say, right, could I have responded to that in a better way, or how could I have responded to that in such a way that I would have closed quicker? Just all of that kind of stuff, again, just to get some more ideas, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, interested to see what your thoughts are on it as well.
Yeah, totally. So I think what you're doing is very smart about, for now at least, doing it yourself. Now that you have what has worked, you can start letting people know, hey, this is a bot, and look how amazing it is. Imagine when you get to me. Something, like that. So transparency, like you mentioned earlier. So maybe I wouldn't be asking ChatGPT on how to close better if you have been closing already on the conversations, because ChatGPT is not, I don't know if it has your language model. Maybe it doesn't. Like, do you have a ton of information on the webs that you can say, act as Andrew?
Probably, well, it depends. It depends on where it goes.
Yeah.
If it's accessing Facebook and LinkedIn, then yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm in another group that uses AI to profile you from your LinkedIn. And I just joined up with it this week. It's a thing called Virtual Power Network.
Yeah.
And it was extremely good.
Okay.
And I know that it's AI that's done that, because it literally, part of this group, they've said, look, we're using this tool to show you the power of AI as well.
Got it. Okay. So let's go back to your conversations. Here's what I'd like for you to do. Get your conversations on, I don't know if you can export them on WhatsApp. But get your conversations from WhatsApp on and then feed that into a new chat. And that new chat, you'll be teaching the assistant, the AI, how you talk and how an ideal client talked.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can be asking them to find patterns. So you can start creating, whether you have it, you already have this unconscious way of closing, or maybe it's conscious. Do you have like a checklist for how you close people?
Yeah, so I one of the things that I do, so most people have probably 5 or 6 reasons why they don't like networking or why they're not succeeding.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're going to networking events, they're life and soul of the party, they can talk to anyone, they know their subjects really well, but they don't know the 2 ears, 1 mouth rule. and use them accordingly. So they just fire so much information at people that it pushes people away.
I
So
like that.
if someone says, "Oh, I talk to loads of people and I'm telling them what I'm doing," and you know, when you talk to people and they say, "I this, I this, I this, I this,"
Yeah.
and they don't realize that everything's about them and nothing is about their client or nothing is about their prospects.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Another thing, you know, I had a message from a guy today and he said, I go to networking events, but I really struggle with them. And I stand in the corner and wait till the event's over. And then that's me. I've done it. I've gone to a networking event, but I'm not getting any results. So I came back to him and I said, look, you know, yeah, I get that. I've been there before. I said, funnily enough, two things. One, you'd be surprised actually how standing in the corner of the room can actually sometimes be the best place to stand, because people come up to you because you can't go anywhere. And I said the other thing is you'd also be surprised to realize how many people in that networking event are actually feeling exactly the same as you.
Yeah.
And he's come back to me and gone, thanks for that, really appreciate the share. Can you send me through your webinar, please? And basically, when someone watches the webinar, I cover everything off in the webinar. And if you want to get results from networking, you just need to, I can expedite that. You know, within 4 weeks and the cost of 4 networking events, you can be going to networking events with a purpose and actually building your network constructively. So, and I've got testimonials in that webinar. The last week I set up a group and the first 3 people got in. We did an extra bonus week because there was a bit of a lag for more people coming in, because of they were on holiday and stuff like that. So we postponed it for a week at the start. So I gave those guys who came in earlier a free week. And I said to them, look, you know, you're on this meeting, take a shot and just put it out there on social media, because that's showing your clients that you're investing in yourself. What I didn't realize, and that's all I said to them, and they went off. One guy, he basically said, I've solved his networking problems already just from the first meeting. He doesn't even know what's coming yet.
Wow.
Another guy, he actually joined because I was speaking at an event, and he came up to me afterwards, and I shared that I'm dyslexic on the event and that I hid my dyslexia for 30 years from the entire world. And it's only in the last 3 years that I've kind of talked about it. And he said, I just wanted to say thank you for sharing that. And he said, so much stuff resonated from your presentation. Do you teach networking? And I said, yes, which I didn't at the time. So
Wow.
I thought, yeah, okay, I do now. So yeah, and he's one of my first clients to come through this program. So wow. Yeah, so there is lots of patterns. You know, people are anxious, they don't know what to wear before they go, they start getting all anxious before they go, and yeah, so there's, I would say, probably 5 or 6 out of the 30 odd messages I've had in the last 2 weeks. I would say there's 5 or 6 kind of major points to what people's problems are. So I think what you've just said with ChatGPT, and actually, you know, even doing that stuff, I think it's going to learn very quick, and there might be a response that I can give that's crafted in such a way that it actually shares all of that stuff in one message, and then I can just, that will automate, I can do that whole copy and paste thing with the app, and that will save me. I can give out a personal message without having to write it out every time.
Yeah. Yes. That definitely. I'm gonna type some action items here for you that I'm thinking as you're sharing. So let's see. Regarding income increase, I know you came here first, you said you wanted more leads, generate more leads. You also want to do the income increase. The regarding the income increase, I think the people that already went through your program, offering them a continuity coaching program where you will improve or transform the habits that they created with you. You, I believe, are ahead of them, even if you train them. So there's always something you can coach them on. And I believe the transformation will be more of taking them from, let's say, if we're going to use a rating system between 0 and 10 or 1 and 10, and now they are an 8 and networking, take them to 9, and then 9.1, 9.2, 9.3. And those 0.1 changes will make a huge difference at their bottom line.
Yeah.
And it's something that they can come once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. If they want to, maybe they just, once a month is enough, even if you're offering once a week. That's what happens to some of my clients. Sometimes the sessions they're so productive that they come once a month because they got so much from one session. I believe the idea is to, in a world where I believe information is not what we need so much, I think we need more human connection, is to give that to the clients, give the human connection, give the access to you. So that's for the increase income part of this training. You want to increase income, do that part, offer that. As an example, I started mine at $500 a month, and now it's $1,000 a month. Just to give you an example.
Yeah.
And always constantly improving the thing, like constantly improving, anticipating people's problems based on what their dreams and goals are. So I believe you have so many places you can guide people to, because if they're networking well, they are networking for their dreams. They're networking for their, perhaps if they're single, even for their life partner. They're networking for shelter, for food. I mean, so there's what you're doing is very important. It's almost, it's a skill. It's a life skill.
Yeah.
So I think you can do that. You can start, or thinking about your clients' futures. And as long as you're thinking about their future and you're bringing them solutions and preventing even problems, I think they will be so grateful that you've done that.
Yeah.
So that's for the money, like you want to increase income, do that. You could send a message today and get money coming in today or tomorrow, since it's afternoon there. So that's for the money. It's to offer a coaching program that is it's forever.
Yeah.
Cancel anytime. Easy cancel. So that's number one for the increased income. Regarding generating leads, I say don't do that until you offer this coaching program, because it's almost like stepping over money to chase new money.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. So generate leads. You could train someone to do what you do. You can have an intern. since I feel like how you can differentiate. And I'm on purpose avoiding going towards AI for now. And here's why. I believe that your gift to the world is you. It's human connection. So I think some parts of your business can use AI, but I believe that so far you've been doing well, and perhaps you just have not been charging. Just if you were charging, say, 1,000 or 5,000 or pounds, 1,000 pounds or 5,000 pounds for the 4 weeks, you probably have a different feeling about teaching those people. So that there's also a level of like putting a certain number, like having honesty of what you want to make per hour or per result. And once you get that, like, my minimum is this per hour, even though you're not gonna, I don't know if you sell the hour, start moving towards more and more, like increasing that value, so that you look for problems that it's natural for them to pay a higher amount.
Yeah.
So so perhaps if you have a few clients that pay you quite a bit of money, 10, 20, 50,000 a year, because you are helping them solve $5 million 5 million pound problems, they'll be happy.
Yeah.
And and I think if you can choose from some of your clients someone that you like, and you feel like they probably need more hand holding, perhaps offered them an internship with you of sorts, and then you can train that person to become part of your team if it works out well, and then you can duplicate yourself with someone that you already went through your program, and then that person can do the AI part, setting up the things, because I feel like your gift is speaking, not being on the computer.
Yeah. And that's kind of become more apparent the more work that I've been doing. I can do all the computer stuff. That's not an issue. It doesn't really phase me. But my value is better delivering this stuff than building it out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Totally.
I've kind of got to that stage now where I understand that, but it's nice to hear that from someone else as well.
Yeah, totally. And it's it's something to do with being okay wanting what you want. And yes, it's good to have validation from external validation, and that's why we go to trainings or have coaches or consultants. And I believe that building the muscle of in being okay following intuition, like feeling in the body, like what is the best use of your time, and then having the courage to do so, and having the courage to say no to a lot of things, a lot of actions.
Yeah. It's more
Right?
important to know how to say no than it is to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've learned
Yes.
that the hard way over the last 12 months on a couple of things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a book called Essentialism, and one of the lessons I got from the book is say no to most things and you're going to start having an awesome life.
Yeah.
Have the courage to just say no. And you have more time, more energy, and the things that matter, the essentials, you'll be left with them. You'll be left with the essentials.
Yeah.
And yeah. So it's in the body, the physical body, I believe, will be the next thing for you to master. And this is what I mean. If you're really taking care of your physical body, your brain will be healthy, your mind will be healthy, your thoughts will be, it will align with how you're treating your body, so that as you say no to most things, as you say yes to very few things, which is connected to your life purpose, your clients will experience the best version of you. You will experience the best version of you, your partner, your business partners, your kids. And I believe that caring for the physical body will have a correlation of what happens when a person uses assistant AIs. Meaning it will be, or not for you. I say use it as little as possible for business, and bring people in, trust a couple of people, maybe one at first, trust a couple of people or one at first that can start doing the things that others can do, so that Andrew will do only what Andrew can do, which is teaching, which is speaking, sharing your wisdom. If someone can do what you're about to do on the computer, consider bringing someone else, train them, so that you can really live your purpose fully. You can be, if you like going on tours and speaking, you could be doing that, traveling the world, and you be doing what others couldn't do because only you have had your experience. And then I know you talked about real estate, alternative investments, all of that. And focus is power. There's a light bulb, and then there's a laser beam. A light bulb, light a room, a laser beam can it has a lot more power. So choose when you're going to be a light bulb and when you're going to be a laser beam.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
Yeah, totally. Let's start wrapping this up. I have a session starting in a couple minutes here. I do have, so this training that you're attending right now is something that I offer. So it's open to people to come and experience the first time. And if you like, I'll put a link in the chat here. And if you want to join, you can. There's I think 4 now available every single week. There it is in the chat. And if you like to join, you can come to as many as you want every week. And then notice that, I included business coaching, life coaching, which I think it's holistic and integrative into what you need most. You came here for AI and you probably got something that was, what you needed, which is, I believe, guide the clients that you've already helped for those 8 weeks, guide them next. You already have the trust, the testimonials. Guide them. They need you. They'll thank you for it. And I'd love to help you.
Thank you.
Love to help you do that. If you'd like to take me up on my offer, there's the link. And do you have any questions?
Not from me. That was great. Thank you. Thanks
Welcome.
for sharing your time with us.
Yeah, you're so welcome. And if you could say in the next 30 seconds or so, do a quick, since we're recording here, a quick testimonial for people that are thinking about coming to the sessions, what would you tell them?
I would say definitely come along. Fernando's been really helpful looking at where our problems, where we're coming from with our problems, and providing some solutions, some insights, and different ways of looking at things.
Wonderful. Thank you, Andrew. Look forward to hearing
Right.
your wins and stay in touch.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, thanks, Fernando. Nice to meet you,
Thank you.
Valencia, as well.
Nice to meet you too, Andrew.
See you, Valencia.
Thank you. This was
Bye.
great. You have a good one.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.